Hi, what's up there guys, this is Cob, and in this video I want to talk about why WoW Legion expansion is so fucking awesome, man. Why is it so good? We've had a little bit of negativity going around in the videos recently, especially with the video talking about, you know, the Warlock and the Q&A and stuff like that, and there are things about Legion that I don't like the class design, the gear acquisition being a little bit on the RNG side and stuff like that, but in this video, no man, it's all going to be about the positivity and the things that just have me completely addicted to the game again. You know, I haven't been addicted to the game this much since, like, Wrath of the Lich King, man. It's crazy, so it's doing a lot of things right. Let's talk about those for a bit. So I actually think that one of the things that Legion has done is taken a lot of old stuff to do. Battlegrounds, rep grinds, you know, dailies, even garrisons. It's taken a lot of these old ideas and just made them fun and relevant again. I think that Battlegrounds is probably the best example of this with the Prestige system. Now that Prestige is in the game, you can do nothing but just hammer Battlegrounds, because I'm a BG hero, you know how much I like my Battlegrounds. I just like to spam BGs, listen to music, chill a little bit, make my videos, and now I'm rewarded in the long term for that. No, I mean, right now I'm just unlocking the honor talents and still stuff. I think I've got like 5 or 6 more to go, but then once you hit max honor level, I'm going to be hitting Prestige, and that's when I can start unlocking things like awesome PvP transmogs for the artifact weapon, and then building transmogs to suit, you know, the new artifact appearance that we unlock. You can unlock titles, mounts, things like badges on your, I think they're around your character portrait. It's fucking awesome, man. It gives so much longevity, and just breathes new life into Battlegrounds, where, I mean, beforehand, you kind of know how Battlegrounds have been for a long time, right? You sort of use them for the first week or so of an expansion, just to get that honor gear, and then after that, arenas come out, and it's like, well, like, why would you ever step into a battleground ever again at that point, unless you're me, and you're just doing it, you know, to chill on a live stream or to record for a montage, you know? So I think that it's just so fucking awesome that they breathe new life into it as well. I'm also looking forward to seeing how the arena system works, and see if they're going to execute it like they said that they would, where higher arena rating actually rewards you with increased item level gear. I think that shit is so fucking awesome as well, and I think that it gives people a real tangible reason to work at improving at their class, like you used to, you know, way back when. But I know the arena season hasn't arrived yet. We'll just wait and see how that one pans out, I suppose. Next up on the old list, World Quests, alright? World Quests. They seem to me to be like a new take on the whole rep grind, or like daily quest kind of thing that we've had going on basically since World of Warcraft's inception. But World Quests are just fucking awesome. There's something about them that, I mean, Christ, when I first dunked to level 110, and I got the World Quests unlocked after getting the Suramar rep, I was really, really looking forward to trying them out, and I saw these gear rewards and stuff, and it just felt like a really, really exciting time to be, like, hopping from zone to zone to zone, flying around, you know, hunting down this quest, that quest, being really, really specific about them, getting all of the gear unlocks. And then I later realized that, you know, the order hole resources, the class hole resources, were also going to be pretty important too, so I started hammering out those ones. And they just don't feel too repetitive, and they feel also simple enough to just do while you're queuing for things like Battlegrounds. Or just fucking watching a goddamn live stream, you know, on a second monitor, or chilling to music or whatever. I mean, there is definitely some drawbacks to World Quests. I think that the PvP ones are a bit of a letdown. The World PvP balance is worse than ever, especially that the stats aren't preset anymore. Or rather, the preset PvP stats aren't active in World PvP. And you got, you know, trinkets activating and stuff. And a lot of spells and abilities are balanced for use in PvP instances. And those rules don't apply in World PvP either. At least I'm 90% sure that they don't. So it's a bit of a disaster, the whole World PvP front, so I kind of avoid those quests for the most part. I also worry a little bit that some of the World Quest rewards, the ones like Gold, and the gear rewards, are just going to become too just irrelevant as the expansion goes on. You know, arenas will come out, and then you know, the raid tiers will start coming out and stuff like that, and the World Quest probably won't. The rewards from the World Quest, rather, probably won't stay that competitive. But for now, at least, the World Quests for me are they're just non-repetitive. They're easy to chill to. Do them with a goddamn stream on. Do them while listening to music. And I'm just enjoying the rewards being relevant right now. I think that it's fucking awesome. I think it's worth pointing out that even class order hole resources feel really, really rewarding to get, and that's because of the way that, you know, garrisons have just been re-envisioned in the form of, you know, the class order holes. And that's a whole other thing as well. I actually fucking love the class order halls. I like the fact that you're not juggling like 10 different goddamn champions or followers, you know, or whatever. I love the fact that your class quests also start there as well, and you've got this whole campaign that's completely centered around the class order hall. I think that it's really, really fucking cool, man. I've been enjoying doing that shit so much. A lot of the missions on the boards as well, in the order halls, are actually directly tied in, you know, to your class quests, to your order hall quest chains and stuff like that. So the missions feel really rewarding as well. They feel really, really engaging to do them, and I'm genuinely like really happy when I show up to my order hall and I see that, you know, all my missions have been successful, rather than Garrisons where it was just kind of like, oh, we've got 7 missions done, and you just kind of like spam spacebar to skip through all of them, and you don't really give that much of a shit. I think it's also a pretty important point to make that you could get garrison resources from garrison missions, whereas with class order halls, I don't think I've seen a single mission that rewards order hall resources, and I can only imagine that that's deliberate. Because one of the best ways to get the order hall resources is to get your ass out into the world and get some fucking world quests done. And I love that shit. It's not, you can't just self-sustain and live in your class hall, you know? At some point or another, you're gonna move your ass and get yourself out there and actually experience a bit of what the expansion has to offer. I also think that it's sweet that the order halls tie into gaining artifact power. And artifact power is almost like leveling beyond leveling in a way, isn't it? So you sort of want to keep up as much as you can with artifact power. The missions are an awesome way to do that, just to keep them ticking over. And I just love how fucking actually relevant they are. With garrisons, it was just completely the opposite. You'd set up your missions because you just wanted the damn gold ones, right? Most people just use garrisons to farm the gold. I didn't even do a single Iron Docks mission, you know? They just didn't feel rewarding at all. And I'm just so glad that they've actually pulled off class halls. At least they have, in my opinion. I'm thinking that is sweet. As a small criticism of the class halls, I think that they should just sort of cut the gold missions. I think they could be replaced with something a bit more interesting, or just cut completely and not replaced with anything. I think that the gold missions aren't so good. Not a big fan of those. I think that's where professions should come in. Professions should be allowed to flourish, and professions are something that I feel like, yeah, they were addressed, they've been spiced up a little bit, but I'm still not taking to them all that much. I don't know what it is, alright? I used to engage in professions a lot. Now they just feel a little bit less useful for various reasons. A lot of profession enchants can't be used in Battlegrounds anymore. I think that all profession enchants can't be used in Battlegrounds anymore. You've got to actually buy or craft Goblin Glider kits, for example. Just going off on a damn tangent here, alright? But the class order hall missions that give you artifact power feel awesome to me. I like them. They feel important to character progression. That brings us on to the next point. The bloody artifact weapons themselves, right? And the art of farming the artifact power and just leveling beyond leveling, like we mentioned earlier. I think it's fucking awesome, man. And it just makes the game addicting to me, right? Because everyone is scrambling to level their artifact weapons as quickly as they possibly can. It gets harder and harder and harder with each ding. That kind of makes it feel that much more rewarding, I feel. The harder it is and the longer you've worked your way towards being able to spend the next artifact talent point, the more rewarding that shit feels. But everyone's trying to keep up with each other, you know? Everyone's trying to keep pace and keep up. And that for me is just awesome for MMO gameplay. That's what you want, man. You don't want the game to reach a point where, you know, you got full arena gear. As a PvP player, you got full arena gear, it's all, you know, got all the correct enchants or whatever. Your professions are maxed out. All of this can be done in basically no time at all and with quite minimal effort in like Warlords of Draenor, Mr. Pandaria, some of the previous expansions. And there's nothing really to do beyond that point other than just hammer arena for titles, right? Now, you're playing arena and trying to constantly improve your arena skill to unlock higher item level equipment. And on top of that, you're also spamming fucking world quests while in arena queues or in between, you know, if you're having a break from arenas or whatever for an hour. You're running around doing world quests, you're trying to get more artifact power, so that you can keep up on your artifact weapon. It makes you want to keep on coming back to the game to constantly chip away and constantly work at your fucking character. And unbelievably, that was something that was allowed to slip. It's an MMO, man. That's what it's all about, right? Constantly building up your character brick by brick and just trying to make them stronger and stronger with each given day. That was something that was actually lost. It's back in Legion, man, and I fucking love it. A quick criticism of artifact weapons is that it makes it... I mean, okay, it's not that, like, obscenely hard to switch specs. It's switching back and forth between specs that's a pain in the ass, and I think that the system is not that good. Like, if I wanna swap to Affliction for the day, for just one day, to play some 3v3s or something like that, play some arenas, which happens quite often, you know, with me in classical expansions. But switching back is then a huge pain in the ass if you know how the artifact system works, and, you know, unspecking your artifact points and stuff like that. That shit kind of sucks, and I just think that they should... I think that they should fix that. I think that it should be a lot easier to swap between specs, but I do also think that, you know, being committed to one class and one spec specifically does add its own element of player identity to the game, right? Like, when you're committed to one spec and you're investing all this artifact power in it, and you really don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, unspecking or, like, refunding your artifact points because it costs a bunch of artifact power to refund your artifact power, if that makes sense. So you don't want to be swapping between specs a lot. So when you're committed to one spec, you sort of buy into that class identity a lot more. The class fantasy, alright. I fucking said it. But I don't know, to me, it sort of feels cool. Discourages, you know, people just playing Phantom a little bit, because, you know, once you're committed to one character and your first week of gameplay, you just want to stay focused on that one character and just do your best with that character. I'll also say that something I've really enjoyed is the lack of PvP specific gear and the ability to, at least at this point in the expansion, like, we're not in the arena season yet and the raids aren't out yet, but the ability to just gear your character any way that you want. Like, you can just craft professions gear and shit like that, and then upgrade the item level of it with the Obliterum. If that's how you pronounce that damn shit. You can get gear however the hell you want, man. World quests, heroics, battlegrounds, or even professions, you know. And I think that shit is so fucking awesome, man. I really miss that, and it kind of makes me want to engage with a lot of different parts of the game. I've actually been doing, like, the daily heroic again. Isn't that crazy? I've been doing the daily heroic on Cob, right? And I've been checking out the professions and stuff, seeing what stuff I can craft. I don't have much gold to buy Obliterum, so probably not going to indulge in that one too much, because that means that I can't upgrade my crafted gear to make it, you know, a competitive item level. But the option is there, and I love that shit. And like I say, it sort of invites you in to try out professions, to try out the daily heroic or mythics for the first time, and all the rest of it, you know. I just think that's fucking sweet. So boom, there it is. I think that I've covered just about everything that has just got me so addicted to the game again. Like, I know most people probably don't have the same amount of free time, or rather just time of day to sink into the game as me, because, you know, I'm consistently working on the videos and stuff like that. That's my excuse, right, for being addicted to the game again. But I'm sinking so much time into the game again, and like I say, I don't want to, like, overtly compare the expansion to Wrath of the Lich King. Wrath of the Lich King was a goddamn masterpiece, but I will say I haven't felt this addicted to the game, and I haven't put this much time every single day into the game, I would say, since Wrath of the Lich King. And damn, man, that's a pretty big achievement by Blizzard. I think it's also worth noting as well that the damn launch of this expansion was awesome, right? I mean, they got DDoSed like a few days into the expansion, but the launch itself, I was playing on Kazakh, dude. I didn't get any queues. The server didn't crash or any shit like that. I mean, God, remember Warlords of Drano? Remember Mr. Pandaria? Like, holy shit. Those expansion launches were terrible, so props to Blizzard for finally getting it right. I think that the key was that they separated everybody up into their own little artifact instances, so we weren't all stacked in one location, you know, right from the get-go. I think the launch has been fucking brilliant. If I've missed anything that you guys are really enjoying about the game, something that's keeps you coming back for more, something that has you addicted again, or maybe you disagree completely and, like, think that the game fucking sucks right now, I don't know. Hell, share it down below in the comments, man. It's always interesting to read through. If only to see if I've missed anything. But yeah, for now, guys, I'm going to leave this video here. So cheers for watching. Hope we injected a little bit of positivity into your day. Just come by, everybody. I'm going to catch all you guys just a tad bit later. Doing actual PvP does not complete the PvP quests. Unless it's because they're... What the fuck, man? There's some dude fucking shooting you in the head. They're all just gonna fucking gank this shit.